Hey, amazing people and boss CEOs, welcome back to my channel. I am back. When I say it has been a journey, it has been a journey. If you've ever had to take time to reset, regroup, refocus, reevaluate, that is exactly the season that I have been in. But I'm back and I am ready. I'm excited. So keep watching if you've ever experienced that season of your life where you just had to do you. Keep watching. Okay, so when I tell you that there are times in our life when we recognize when we need to take a step back, when we need to lay everything on the table and truly evaluate ourselves, evaluate the things that's in our lives, evaluate each area of our life. And so, over the last several months, I have had an opportunity to do that. So much has happened from moving, and just so much has happened in my life. If you are a mom and have children, you know how just the ups and downs of having children and maneuvering through school life and all of that. And my kids are homeschooled. And so maneuvering through all of that can be somewhat of a challenge, especially when you're trying to grow your business and working on so many projects at once. So, what I've learned over the last several months is that it's so important for us to focus, focus, focus. And I'm going to say focus, but not have everything that we're trying to focus on all at once. We claim to be, people who can multitask and handle all these things and all of that. But what good is it if you're not going to sit down and focus on one thing at a time? I have definitely learned that lesson, and I'm a multitasker. But when it comes down to working on projects, working on goals that I'm focused on, I have to be laser focused and work at one thing at a time. So, what has helped me over the last several months is utilizing a timer, utilizing block scheduling. Block scheduling is absolutely amazing. It helps you stay on task and utilizing a planner. Now, if you know that I love planning, I love planners. However, if you have all these resources and you're not utilizing them, what good is having them? So it's that whole thought, if we have all these books on the shelves and yet we're not utilizing them to grow, we're not utilizing them for personal growth and development. So over the last several months, I have been resetting. So I said, I believe April I was going to reset. I said I was going to reset again in May, in June, in July. And that's okay. If it takes you several months to reset, regroup, refocus, do what you need to do for you. And that is the one thing that I have learned over this last several months. How important it is for you to focus on doing the things that you need to do for you and your family. It has been challenging. I'm not going to say that it hasn't been. It's been a real life challenge because when you're in a season that God has you in, and you don't understand why you're in that season, it is not the time to kick up your feet, sit back, and do nothing. It is the time to put in the work. And even when we reset, when we refocus, when we regroup, when we reevaluate, it requires work on your part. It requires lots of work on your part. So now that I am a year older, so I just recently celebrated turning 43 years old. And when I tell you what a blessing, oh, a blessing to see another year. For me, birthdays is just another reset, another refocus, another opportunity for me to look at the things that I'm trying to accomplish, what I've already accomplished, and the things that I'm trying to accomplish. And then what do I need to do to push forward? So my birthday was pretty amazing. And what has came from that is the relaunch of this channel. So I'm relaunching. I'm relaunching after the reset, after the regroup, after taking some time to really get clear and gain the clarity for the direction I'm wanting to go, from a business side of things, as well as with my personal goals. That's so important. And so through that reset, through that refocus, I was able to get clarity on my goals so that I could go at it harder, so I could keep pushing and moving at a pace that I know that I needed to move at. If it's one thing that I've learned about turning a year older, is that you realize all the things that you have yet to accomplish. You realize that we all don't have a lot of time. And so we have to make sure that we're utilizing time the best way possible and utilizing that time because it's a precious resource that we have. And if we're not treating it as though it's a precious resource, then it's not going to work for us. So, as I celebrate turning 43, I'm relaunching this channel to really bring content that is going to help you. It's going to empower you, motivate you as an entrepreneur, as a mom, as a dad. It's going to be just filled with inspiring things because I recognize that as a woman, as a business professional, as a CEO, as a boss CEO, as a mother, I recognize that it is extremely important to be able to pour into others, to be able to share with others, to be able to empower others in some way, shape, or form. And so, my goal is that with this channel, you get that. You feel empowered, you feel inspired, you feel like you have the resources that you need to be successful because ultimately that is what I'm passionate about is making sure you feel like you're growing, making sure you are recognizing your potential. So each video, every single week, is going to be filled up with my lifestyle as a mom, my lifestyle as an entrepreneur, lifestyle as just maneuvering through this journey called life. And I hope that as you tune in and listen and watch these videos that it helps you. It gives you that push you need. It gives you the resources you feel like you need. I want you to feel like you are part of the community. And so I'm excited. I'm excited for the launch. I'm excited to be back. I am so excited to be back and really on this consistent journey because it's one thing to say we're going to do something and then another thing for us not to do it. So I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for the new videos, the new content, the new Jaresha. Because that's what it is. I hope you're ready as I am ready to invite you into this world that, of my family, my community, and just everything that comes along with it in hopes that it will empower you. During my journey of resetting and refocus, it was, it's a journey that's bittersweet. So you're excited for, your new goals and the things that you're focused on. But at the same time, when you're wanting things to happen and wanting things to move in the direction you want them to move in, it's hard. It is the hardest thing that you experience, but you have to recognize and realize that you are where you are because of you, because of what you focus on, because of what you're doing every single day. And so we know that belief drives behavior. And so we have to be careful with the things that we're putting in, the narrative that we're speaking into our lives. And so over the last several months, that narrative has been filled with affirmations. That narrative has been filled with positivity in moments where I didn't feel like I was um, being productive, in moments where I felt like I just was ready to throw in the towel and be done with this thing called entrepreneurship and business. And so I had to check myself. And I think there are times when we have to be willing to check ourselves. We have to be willing to issue out those checks. And that's what I did. Check yourself. What they say, check yourself before you wreck yourself. That is true. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. And the thing about that is, if we can learn how to check ourselves, and when I say learn, because if you don't spend time with knowing and developing you, how can you begin to check yourself? How can you recognize when you've fallen off the path? How can you recognize the direction you're trying to grow and go in if you have yet to really sit down with yourself and develop and grow and learn more about who you are? The things that you're just things that your strengths and your weaknesses, and just learn more about you, so that when you get off track, when you recognize those moments when that narrative comes in and starts telling you the negative stuff and starts speaking that negativity, you can check it and turn it into positivity. See, when you recognize the greatness that's within you, you know when it's time for you to check yourself before you wreck yourself. So that is one of the things that I had to do. I had to check myself before I wrecked myself. And I think, truth be told, if we did more checking instead of trying to check somebody else and just check self, we would definitely be in a better place. A better place as far as growth and development. When's the last time you checked yourself? I mean, completely checked yourselves and did that self evaluation of you and your mental and where you are with your goals and your relationships and your financial. When is the last time you checked yourself and said, you know what? I need to grow. I'm kind of struggling in these areas. This is an area of weakness for me. What can I do in order to improve this area in my life? What can you do to improve that area in your life? So that process was very real for me. It was so real. It was real, but it was needed. It was necessary. So necessary. And I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful that I was able to go through that self reflection, that I was able to self evaluate so that I could check myself when I recognized that I got off track. It was so important. So as you reset, as you refocus, as you regroup, whatever you need to do, sometimes we need to declutter, we need to get rid of things that's in our life. And at the same time, we need to really, really get clarity and focus on those things that we need to be focused on in our life. So this journey is real. This journey is real. It's real. It's challenging. Yet it is so rewarding if you just do the work. So I'm committed. I'm committed to doing the work. And I hope you are committed as well, because You have to be committed to you, committed to making sure you are going to grow. Now, y'all remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, y'all stay safe and y'all be blessed. I'll see you next time.